Hi everybody, today I'm doing a review, and today's review is something that you guys have been asking me to do for a really long time, and it is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. Now this has SPF 15 and it is oil free. I have it in two shades. I have porcelain, I also have sand, because I know that I'm kind of somewhere in between. Now one of these was bought by me and one of them was sent by e.l.f. As a tester, and I did really like it, so I decided to get the other colour as well. If you are a huge fan of e.l.f. and you actually have the pressed powders by e.l.f., the colours kind of correspond with the foundation. So if you know that you're porcelain in the powders, you'll actually be porcelain in the foundation, because that's what I found with me. I'm kind of a mixture between porcelain and sand. So this is the powder, and then you have the matching foundation. These are all from the Studio line, and as I've said a million times, I love pretty much everything from the Studio line, and I think they've just come out with cream blushes on the Studio line, so I'm kind of excited about them. You might be seeing those in a review soon. But I thought I would give these a try for quite a long time. I wanted to kind of be thorough about it, because I know so many of you are asking for it, but I wanted to wait a little bit longer, use it more regularly, and see what I thought of it. On the website, it is described as a flawless finish foundation which gives semi-matte finish and lasts a pretty long time. Now, what I would say is that it's not quite semi-matte. I think that might give people the wrong opinion. It's kind of on the dewy side. It's quite moisturized. Needs a little bit of powder over the top for anybody who has oily skin. Now, it also isn't fantastic for people who have breakouts. Whenever I have breakouts, like I have a little bit here at the moment, whenever I have breakouts, I tend not to use this foundation, because I find with the dewy finish, it actually emphasizes the problems that you might be having. So if you do have any blemishes on the face, this might not give you the coverage that you want. You might consider using something that's a little bit more matte. Now, I think the combination of this plus the powders does work pretty well, and that's typically what I do. Start off with the primer, which is the mineral infused face primer, and this is fantastic. Goes on really super smooth. Then I will blend this over my face. I use a mixture of the both, and then I set it with my pressed powder just to make sure that it does last a little bit longer when you've used the pressed powder, but it also keeps that shine down, which can emphasize a lot of blemishes and open pores. Now, I haven't found that it's a huge problem for my open pores, but I do like to have my foundation quite matte, because otherwise it can look a little bit overly shiny. That said, I would seriously suggest this for somebody who has normal to dry skin. A lot of people said that with their dry patches on their skin, it emphasizes them a little bit more. Didn't quite find that myself. However, I use a damp sponge to apply this, so I might be getting a little bit better coverage. Now, I have combination skin, which means I have dry patches and oily patches. So on the dry, it seems to work a little bit better, so that is why I would suggest this for normal to dry skin. It also has kind of medium coverage that's not very buildable. So if you're looking for a foundation that's going to give you full coverage sometimes and light coverage other times, this might not be the foundation for you. It's definitely more of a day foundation, not something that's going to take you day to night, because it doesn't keep that flawless finish all day. It will keep it for pretty much, 6 to 8 hours, but not really any longer than that. It also has SPF 15, which in flash photography isn't a huge deal. It's not going to make your face look super white, but it does kind of affect the flash when you take photographs. It's definitely more of a day foundation if you're feeling like your skin is a bit dry and you're feeling a bit under the weather. Keeps it nice and moisturized throughout the day and just kind of gives it a brighter appearance. So if you're kind of dull, dry skin, this might be something for you. Now, a lot of you have been asking how to order off the e.l.f. site when you live in Ireland. A lot of you ask me where I get my e.l.f. stuff if I live in Ireland or I live in Dublin or whatever. Now, you can't actually get it anywhere in Ireland. You have to get it off the UK site. And a lot of people say, oh, but it's in pounds. But actually, there's a little icon on the top of the screen when you go to eyeslipsface.co.uk. There's a little icon on the top of the screen. Just make sure to look right at the top, and it will have different flags. Now, those different flags represent different countries, and you want to click on the European flag to get the Irish changeover. So everything will change from pounds into euro. Now, a lot of you also asked me how much it is for shipping. Now, I'm not quite sure, I can't tell you directly, but I think it's between €4 to €5. It's a little bit extra depending on how much you actually get delivered to your house. So if you have a lot of stuff delivered, you have to pay for extra packaging. But I've only ever done that about once, I think, when I ordered a whole lot of stuff. You should also check out their Facebook page, their Twitter page. The Beauty Baron, I think, also has one. And the, what's that other one? Distribution UK, I think, or something like that. I'll put them in the box below. But if you check out their Twitter pages or their Facebook pages or their websites, you'll actually be able to see some codes that you can use to get either free shipping or some kind of percentage off, which pretty much covers shipping anyway. Now they have, I think, finished with the 50% off sales, which I'm like, so sad about, because for a while there, e.l.f. had the fantastic 50% off sales. But getting back to foundation, I think it's pretty good foundation. I would recommend it. I will put some more information up on my blog that you can have a look at. I have a few other foundation reviews on there as well, but I think this is a pretty decent one. I definitely find myself reaching for it, not just because I wanted to test it, but because I do actually like it and I find it quite nice and dewy kind of on the skin. I really hope you enjoy this. If you love or you hate this foundation, I would love to hear about it. Write it in the box, in the comments below this video, and we can all kind of discuss it and see what we think of it. But so far, I'm really enjoying this. I will put some swatches of the porcelain and the sand that I have here. I'm Shady Katie, and thank you for watching.